I'm in Los Angeles, so I'm at home. I'm in my music studio, and Georg is in Berlin.
Hi from Berlin.
Honestly, creative-wise, I think it was a good last 2 years, to be honest. But I think, of course, what we miss is playing live, and like being out there, being connected with people. But just from a creative standpoint, I also, take a lot of my inspiration from dark places and sad places. So also a pandemic and seeing the world change so much, was also a creative force for me, So yeah, so it's been these two sides, It's sad you can't be on tour, and it's sad you can't be connected with people and play live. But also I've been very, very creative and productive, and I got a lot of shit done the last 2 years,
We can't wait to finally return to stage. We collected all the energy from the last 2 years, and we are bringing that to the first show in Milan. And also we kind of break traditions, because I think the last 3 or 4 tours, we always started in London. And now for the first time, we start in Italy, which feels really good to me, because Italy is always a highlight of the tour, and to start there is just great. We already started to work on the production and to put the set list together, and Bill is working on his costumes. We put so much energy into those shows, and we organize so much stuff, because we really want to bring something special for the people. It's we always try to do something new and find new ways to set up lights and bring new technology, and to create those goosebumps moments for everyone, and have a show that people are talking and remember in 2 or 3 years, and just have a good time. And as I said, we can't wait to finally be back.
I feel like we have the album ready, to be honest. I feel like we have, so many songs, and I think we have a whole album there. But even though we are still always in the studio. We always create new music. We always write new music. And I think we're going to keep adding to it. But yeah, it's going great. I feel like we just experiment a lot with other people and other writers. And we opened up ourselves to new creative ideas and ways, because I feel like we were kind of closed off a little bit in the past, and I think we kind of opened ourselves back up, and once again challenge ourselves, and and just try new things, and that just feels really good. I think music wise we are at a very, very good place, and we're having so much fun with it. So yeah, it's going good. I think an album is going to come sometime next year for sure. We don't have a date yet, but we're going to release so many more songs. In January, the new single is coming out. There's another single coming out in March. There's also another featuring coming out in February. So there's so much music happening all the time with us now, and then at one point we're just going to collect it all and put it on one album. We're just having so much fun with trying new things, and and play around a little bit, and and I think Tokyo Hotel is just so many things. We're also going back to, I think the next single and even the one after, it's going back to really the roots and the old school Tokyo Hotel a little bit, and I think that's fun too. We love to do that and go back there, and we just love to have fun with it, and try things and break some rules, and and I think this is what the album is going to be. It's going to be not so the Dream Machine album was very cohesive, and it had a theme to it. It was there was a signature to it, and it was very specific. And I think the new record is just going to be so much more playful, and it's going to be all over the place, just because we wrote it over such a long period of time, that it's just going to be fun. It's going to be very different. It will be English. I mean, we have a few German songs that, I don't know if they're going to be on the record or if they're going to be separate. we haven't made that decision yet, but like it's going to be in English. I mean, we are writing in English, you know. We do have some ventures here and there, venture out a little bit and you know, make some German stuff here and there for fun. But I think the you know, the base and the core of Tokyo Hotel is now English, you know. We kind of like, I mean, we've always been making music, and we released a few songs, you know, like Melancholic Paradise and Chateau and When It Rains It Pours, and we were on tour with the old record for such a long time. And then we just signed with a major label again, which is, you know, amazing. And we thought we never gonna do it again because we were so scared and scarred from the past a little bit that, you know, for us it took a few years to be like open to that idea again of, you know, working with a major label and like going back in the studio with, you know, producers and songwriters. So I'm very proud that, you know, I think we are just opening up a little more, and we're kind of allowing you know, new creative input from the outside, and that feels good and that feels great. And then, you know, and I think you have to love it in order for the people to love it, and I think to make an authentic record is the most important. Yeah, I think there was a lot of pressure from, I think, even ourselves, you know. I think we were so in it, and then it was like, okay, there was no returning from this. Like, this was our new life, and we felt like this is our future and our path, and this is what needed to happen. But we were really hard on ourselves. Like, we wanted to prove all the time that we can have another hit, another song, another great show, another record, you know, like. So you're kind of like competing with yourself the whole time, you know. When you start out with a #1 record, it's not going to get better than that, right? So if you have a song that's like breaking records everywhere, and then, you know, and then it doesn't get any better. So that's kind of like a tough point to start a career from, right? But so I think you need to find a balance and a way that you enjoy what you do without putting that much pressure on yourself. But that's something that you learn and figure out later, right? So that's something because when we were younger, we did put a lot of pressure on ourselves. Yeah, we did. That's also why we, you know, ran away from that career at one point, because we were like, we can't deal anymore. It's just too much, you know. I think, you know, I think we're at a point in our lives where we are so comfortable with everything. Like, we not lazy, but comfortable. You know, I think we are each, like, we have our happiness in our private lives. You know, I think we all live, you know, a life very much where we are in control and where we decide what's happening and what's not. And I think the same with the band. Like, we don't have to like prove ourselves anymore. You know, that's a luxury we have. Like, we've been like in the industry for so long that we feel like we can just have fun, you know. We don't need to like prove ourselves and have enough, you know. It's just about fun. It's just about having fun with the music and what we want to do. And we only do what we really want to do, you know. And that's a great point to be at, you know. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.